This here is issue number 18 of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers comic by Boom Studios.
So, this issue is the second in the new story arc, and the story continues in Dubai with new character Grace Sterling telling the Power Rangers that two pilots in a Promethea plane vanished over the Carpathian Mountains. Grace's technology detected a village hidden within a purple fog, which acts as a masking agent where the plane disappeared. The village is apparently inhabited with people, but Grace also shows the Rangers a picture of Finster and two unknown monsters. Grace wanted to pass this matter on to the Power Rangers as this was something outside of the Romanian government's hands. So the Power Rangers teleport to the village, which resembles Transylvania, and Kimberly immediately comments that it's like a place out of Dracula, obviously because of Bram Stoker's Dracula taking place in Transylvania. So the buildings in the village look empty to the Rangers, but then two men appear and ask the Power Rangers if they are there to see the Master. The Rangers go along with the men to find out who the Master is. They're taken to a castle where many other people are standing around, and that's when Finster makes his appearance. He was expecting the Rangers to come after the Promethea pilots flew over the area. It's revealed here that they're still alive. The Rangers ask where Rita is, but Finster doesn't know. She's essentially given Finster some time off for him to focus on his art of monster making. And it seems he's made new putties which can look and talk like humans. We've seen elements of this before in the original TV show, but this is something on a different level, as the putties seem to mutate out of their human forms, whereas the TV show, they sort of just transformed in a flash. There are too many putties for the Rangers to take on, so they summon their power weapons and assemble the Power Blaster. It easily takes out some of the putties, but then the two men that led the Rangers there transform into the two monsters we saw on Grace Sterling's screen earlier. Jason and Tommy teleport away to rescue the pilots, whilst the other Rangers fight on. It doesn't take very long for Jason and Tommy to find the pilots, but Tommy expresses some concern they could be fakes, like the people outside. Meanwhile, the other Rangers fight on outside, and we learn the names of the two monsters. One is Carmadillo, and the other is Borlock. Carmadillo bears resemblance to Soccadillo from the original TV series. He's obviously an armadillo, so that's why when I first saw Carmadillo, I initially thought it was Soccadillo. Borlock, on the other hand, kind of looks like a cross between Mighty Minotaur and Pudgy Pig. Perhaps these monsters were drawn as a reference to the original TV show's monsters, only more menacing. Back to Jason and Tommy as they bust the pilots out, taking a risk that they could be fakes. Just as the Rangers are heading out of the castle, Finster fires a weapon at them. The battle outside continues with Borlock accidentally freezing Carmadillo after Trini dodges the attack. Kimberly disarms Borlock with the power bow, and Zack takes him down with his power axe. At the time, Zack made a pun and said without that staff, now he's just boring. None of the other Rangers laughed, and Trini even sighed. That seemed out of place because the Rangers in the TV show, during the first two seasons, hardly made jokes during battles. Back inside the castle, Jason, Tommy and the pilots are encased in rock, and we see the many putties Finster has been working on. This version of Finster is certainly more scheming and more evil over the TV's version. Even encased in rock, Jason was able to grab his blade blaster and free everyone by blasting the rock to pieces. The other Rangers enter the castle and Finster seemingly gives up. Grace Sterling arrives and Jason asks her why she's been looking for Finster. She says it's because they had intel that one of Rita's lieutenants may still be on Earth, which is why she was searching. She then proposes joining forces with the Power Rangers, but Jason declines. Grace tells him if he ever changes his mind, he can go straight back to her, and with that the Power Rangers teleport back to the US. Finster is now held as a prisoner in the Pocket Dimension. It's not clear what's going on here though, as Alpha and Saba appear to be working on something. In the actual command center, Jason is once again staying late to monitor activity around the world. It turns out whilst Jason is keeping a lookout for trouble, Alpha and Saba are in the pocket dimension to bring Zordon back. Zack thinks they should probably reconsider Grace's offer because Jason has been staying at the command center far too much. Grace, on the other hand, has a worldwide network and can locate disasters faster than Jason can on his own. Jason says Zordon will be back soon, but Zack is a bit more skeptical about the time frame. Then the command center alarm goes off. Jason and Zack see a newsfeed of Barcelona under attack from a monster, which started out human. Next we see Toronto under attack. Finster has unleashed his disguised monsters around the world. This was quite an enjoyable read as we see a very menacing and scheming Finster take the helm of the main bad guy. He's also got quite a good plan using monsters and putties disguised as humans because civilians and the Power Rangers won't know who to trust, just like when Jason and Tommy freed the pilots. I also like how the comics are still taking the Rangers to other countries, so that not all the threats are in Angel Grove. It's just more realistic this way. This story arc is going to be very interesting.